All right, so the next guy is Tom Brady. Tom Brady, okay. Um, the GOAT, right? Not my opinion, but that's what most people would say, that he is the best quarterback of all time, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, right? So I covered Aaron Rodgers first. That's somebody I, think is the best. And I used to be a time where I wasn't saved. I would be biased, and I would just be like, well, he's doing the drug, and it helped him, and so what? Because you're biased. That's why I love having salvation and love being delivered from sin, because I'm not biased. I look at my old man, I'm like, man, like, I was just a idol worshiper, because these people don't care about me. What am I trying to take up for anybody for? You understand? So, so Tom Brady, the best. Six, what is he at? 6 or 7? I think he has like 7 Super Bowls. Let you guys watch this clip. Real serious though. Just as serious as Aaron Rodgers, but this one here is more ongoing. I think it's a little bit more serious because this is his wife, and this is something that this is Aaron Rodgers just took a trip, and he had a moment, and hopefully he can get back into not do those things anymore. But with Tom Brady, I think this has been going on ever since he's been married. I would assume, you married a witch. Okay, so that's something that it's going to be hard for you to break from, and it's unfortunate. I'm going to show you this clip here with Tom Brady on his wife being a witch, and how she helps him win Super Bowls, and I believe that is true. Or say, how can it be true? The devil has no power. Yeah. He can do things. He can allow, what do you think, all these rappers, what do you think, all these people, he can give you worldly stuff. Is that the power that many people think that they want to have? That's power in this world. He is the God of this world. So whatever goes on in this world, he kind of runs the world. You understand? But then again, God is over the devil. So it's a hierarchy. I mean, you know what I mean? So, but again, the devil has the world. So he can give you materialistic things like a little Super Bowl ring, right? He can give you, foolish things, right? Things that just don't matter. But obviously, if he was really going to give people something that meant something, he would give people salvation and deliverance in Jesus Christ. He's not going to do that. He's going to give you $1 million. He's going to give you that furry coat you want. He's going to give you the star role in that movie. But you got to do a little this, you got to do a little that. You got to sell your soul. Yeah. Okay, so here's the video right here. Tom Brady, his wife. There it is.
Any superstitions going into the game? Any special thing you carried into the game on Sunday that you had tucked away somewhere?
I did. I always, I've learned a lot from my wife over the years. She's so about the power of intention, and believing things that are really going to happen. And she always makes a little altar for me at the game, because she just wills it so much. And so she put together a little altar for me that I could bring with pictures of my kids. And I have these little special stones and healing stones and protection stones. And she has me wear a necklace and take these drops she makes. And I say all these mantras. And I stopped questioning her a long time ago. I did. I just shut up and listened. And at first I was like, this is kind of crazy. And then about 4 years ago, we were playing the Seahawks, and she said, you better listen to me. This is your year, but this is all the things you're going to have to do to win. And I did all those things, and by God, it worked. It was pretty good. And then in 2015, it was about early January, and she said, you know how much I love you? And I said, yeah. And she said, I just want to let you know this is not going to be your year. Oh. And of course we lost. I said, what does 16 look like? And she said, 16 is going to be your year. So it was early January this year, and I said, babe, I asking, like, do we have a chance? And she said, yeah, but you're going to have to do a lot of work, and you're really going to have to listen to me. So, man, I listened to her. And right after the game, she said, see, I did a lot of work. You do your work, I do mine. She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch.
All right, so you guys see that video there, Tom Brady, wife, you know, he goes to his wife and they're asking him, he's superstitious and different things like that. And he's, yeah, you know, my wife, she's basically, she calls out, you know, when I'm going to win or lose in the Super Bowl and all this nonsense. It's like, yes, it's real. Yes, it does work. But people, you know, those guys are laughing, ah, ha, 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 ha. And it's like, bro, witch. Look up witch. There's nothing good about a witch. Even in movies, there was nothing good about a witch. Somehow they've elevated it to be something that is good. There's a good witch. When has there ever been anything as such as a good witch? When? Just look it up. Just go to the backstory, look up these things. A witch is known as being bad. So if she's doing all these things, what else is she doing that's bad? What else is she working up? And, you know, he lost the Super Bowl against the Seahawks in 2015, and she told him that, yes, they can do these things, that they're using demonic familiar spirits to go ahead and tap into certain portals and to go ahead and give certain fortunes because it's all demonic. Sometimes they hit or miss. But again, this is what it is. So, and then you won the Super Bowl after that. And, you know, you hear him saying, well, I make sure I listen to her. Yeah, you better listen. She's a witch. And she's got you like this. She's got you like that. Guarantee you, if he were to break up or divorce her still being a witch, he would be having a mental breakdown, lose everything. He would lose everything. All it'd be anxiety, probably get checked into a mental hospital. He would lose his mind, and then they would lie and say, "Oh, well, it's because the CTE was hit." No, these are all the things that I'm telling you guys because in the spirit I know these things and I can see these things happen. If that were to happen, that's exactly what would happen, because you're tied to a soul tie of a witch, a real witch that is doing all this demonic stuff. They didn't say anything about Jesus Christ. They didn't say anything about God. So a person is willing you to win the Super Bowl, or is it a devil, or is it a demon? It isn't Jesus Christ. She is not mentioning Jesus Christ. Praying at a little altar. So basically you're blaspheming, you're praying at an altar, you got the kids, you're doing rituals. So that's what Tom Brady's doing. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, arguably, is doing rituals to have his success, which is to win Super Bowls, but also which is that gives him more fame, which gives him more money. And people will say, well, that's not true, and this and that third. Yeah, well, you believe that the NFL is rigged, so why don't you believe? You don't believe that this is rigged? You don't believe that there's demonic forces, hierarchies, Illuminati, blood sacrifices, and sacrifices for natural physical ability and scores and perception, deception, things of that nature? Yes, there is. You can watch all his games and you can see certain things. He's not that great of an athlete. He's not that great of a quarterback to me, but yet he has 7 Super Bowls. How? Well, maybe because he's linked to something that's very, very demonic and very that's propelling him to do these things. Not physically, really not even physically. So when you get into that realm, you know, you got you could have the coaches. When you get into witchcraft, people do spells on coaches, they do spells on referees. This stuff goes on and people act like, oh, it doesn't go on. What do you think that the witch is doing? You don't think the witch is going ahead and praying, oh, that the refs turn a blind eye towards things? You don't think the witch is praying that, oh, the scores be manipulated and different things of that nature, players get hurt and different things of that nature? So, I mean, this is what it is. I mean, this is very, very real. I mean, he's telling it to you. So what, you think that it's a joke? You think that it's for play? Wake up. People gotta wake up. You understand? People got to wake up with this stuff, man. And it's just going on. Like I said, I'll be watching my NFL games with some worship music in the background, some Christian rap in the background, or over the music. I'll probably mute it and watch it. Not really, because I don't want to watch these demonic people play a sport. I don't idolize them. I will watch it on mute because there's no cursing on it anyways. But I don't want to hear these guys praise them and bow down to these people like they're gods, because they're not. They even call them gods sometimes. They even reference them as, Michael Jordan is referenced as the Black Jesus. I feel uncomfortable hearing this type of stuff when I watch these shows, and it's giving me conviction to even turn it off or to skip through it. Enough with the blasphemy. No one's saying a black Allah, black Muhammad, a black Buddha. Why does it got to be black Jesus? Why are you guys blaspheming Jesus? That's a whole nother topic, but why? You guys are calling Michael Jordan the Black Jesus. Call him Black Buddha. Call him Black Muhammad. Reference him into something else. Why are you mentioning Jesus for? You only mock him because y'all know he's the way, the truth, and the light. And that is disrespectful blasphemy. Anytime I hear that from now on, that I'm skipping through that. It's ridiculous, man. I watch my stuff on YouTube anyways. So if we're going to have the ability to fast forward and rewind, us as Christians, we need to not sit through that nonsense. It's garbage. And because God is not pleased. God is not going to sit there and watch that with you. You understand? So we gotta get on board. We gotta get on board as Christians. We over here saying, oh well, all rap music, all secular music, this, that, and the third. But here we are as Christians. We don't even know that Aaron Rodgers is into witchcraft. We don't even know that Tom Brady's wife is a witch. But yet we will sit up as men and we'll sit there and watch that. But then we're condemning people for doing other things. We need to either not watch it at all. We need to watch it on mute with some worship music. We need to have convictions ourselves. We have no knowledge on the things that we're basically turning a blind eye towards. These things. The internet is here. This stuff is all over the internet. And God doesn't put conviction in your heart to say, you know what? That man right there is a devil. That man right there is demonic. And then we want our kids and our sons, oh, you want to be this football player, be LeBron James. Why? For what? For what? When he's for transsexuals, transgenders, and all this stuff, and Dwayne Wade, oh, I want you to be Dwayne Wade. You could be, oh, he's just like Dwayne Wade. You saying that you want him to be a person like that's like these athletes that are not saved is no different than saying that you want your kid to be a Lil Wayne or be a Drake or be a Jay-Z. But then if we say those things, then we're basically, oh, you're a devil. Oh, this, that, and the third. Kill it with that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Jesus would not sit up there with you and watch. If he knew that Aaron Rodgers was doing this and he knew that Tom Brady's wife is a witch, he would not sit up there and watch Tom Brady. He would not do that. He would not be sitting next to you. After hearing the video that I just displayed to you, he would not sit up there and watch it. Would he sit there and watch it right next to you? He wouldn't. So let's call it how we see it. Let's call it how we see it. I'm not saying don't watch NFL. I'm saying expose this type of stuff. Stop exposing the same stuff we exposing for 50 to 100 years. We've been exposing music. We've been exposing smoking cigarettes. This, that, and that. We exposing the same stuff. Everybody knows that stuff is wrong. Not everybody knows that Aaron Rodgers is into witchcraft. Not everybody knows that Tom Brady's wife is a witch. Not everybody knows that Disney movies like Lion King, like Aladdin, have sorcery and witchcraft in it to our young kids. Expose it. If you don't have no knowledge about it, go on the internet about it. It's all on the internet. Find it. Stop trying to find the stuff that that we've been talking about for years. It's right there. And what are we to say? What are we to say? We're supposed to sit up there? We're supposed to sit up there and down everything else, but except the things that we don't want to down. I love NFL. I love the NBA. I love to watch it, but I'm gonna expose it. That's one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna expose the demonic stuff that's going on. I will expose it, and I will have conviction over these things. And that means that I will either not watch it or if it gets too crazy and they're going ahead and glorifying these people as idols, I will either turn it off or I will mute it and play some worship or Christian rap. I don't want to hear it. Don't have to hear these guys. I don't. I can look at them play the simple sport, look at a receiver catch the ball, look at him run. That's what we do in bars. When we were unsaved, that's what we do when we go out to eat. You see the games, you don't have to hear them. I don't want to hear these people glorify people as Black Jesus and as oh, that he's the God, the basketball gods have granted. I don't want to hear these guys infiltrate and put these things into our spirits and our kids' spirits. When I was growing up, that's all I used to hear. Well, the basketball gods didn't grant, you know, maybe there was the basketball gods that the reason why the didn't go in and luck this and luck that. The Celtics, lucky this and lucky that. We're watching the Mystics. That's a WNBA team. Wizards, Washington Wizards. Let's go. Let's be real. Is Jesus going to watch a team called the Washington Wizards? Let's just keep it all the way real. Let's keep it real. And I'm saying this, and I'm saying it aggressive, and I'm saying it the way I'm saying it because I'm the person that exposed the gays, exposed the transgenders, exposed Lil Nas X, exposed the rappers, exposed the singers. But when it comes to, I'm not going to sit here and be a sports fan and this, that, and the third. Not even a fan. I'm not a fan no more because I'm not a fanatic. I will never use that word. Anytime I use that word, I will go ahead and double back and say that I'm not that. Because I'm not a Dolphins fan. I'm not a fan. I am not a fanatic. You can look up the definition of a fanatic. I am not a fanatic of nothing. I'm not a fan of these things. I'm not a fan of these things. We gotta get to grips. We gotta get to grips because Jesus Christ would not be sitting there watching this stuff with us. He does not care about this stuff. We can't pick and choose. We cannot pick and choose. But again, I'm not going all the way and saying, well, turn the TV off. You can't do nothing. Because again, what are we going to do? We can't use Apple phones. That means we can't use Instagram because it's backed by this, backed by that. I'm not saying all that. What I'm saying is when you use your Apple phone, when you use Instagram, what am I using this? I'm talking to you on this screen for. I'm giving you the gospel. I'm giving you the truth. That's what I'm using it for. When I'm watching NFL Sunday, that's my time to get into worship because I don't listen to Christian rap only in my headphones. Now I can blast it all over the house and listen to the lyrics and not even pay attention to the game. Really pay attention to the music and eat and watch here and there and look at the score. That's what I'm coming down to, man. Jesus is coming back. I don't really care too much about this stuff. I don't care who wins the Super Bowl. I don't care who wins the NBA Finals. I am not as much invested into it as I once was when I wasn't saved. Conviction with all things. With all things. Not just the things that we don't do. The things that we do, we either need to lessen or we need to stop completely. In my heart, in my mind, and God is telling me, listen, when you're watching Undisputed and there's referencing Black Jesus, you need to either forward it or not watch that topic at all. When you're watching too much people idolizing, it's just too much. It's gone too far. So those are my thoughts, and I know I went into a little tangent, but again, that's my thoughts, and that's real. It's raw. You don't gotta like it. The truth is not. The truth should never be misinterpreted as disrespect. The truth is the truth. It don't matter how it's delivered. I could deliver it this way or whatever. It is the truth. It's not lies. Am I telling any lies, anything that I ever said right here? No, I'm not telling any lies. It's all true. If you're a believer, you know it's all true. If you're a non-believer, all right? So that's what I wanted to say about that topic. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and there's many other NFL players. There's many other NBA players that are into this stuff, and I can go on and on and on, and I may go on and on about that. So those are my thoughts about it. Those are my scriptures about it. I didn't give y'all much scripture because I went into a little tangent about his wife being a witch. But if you look up Deuteronomy 18 and 9, You look up that. You could look up Revelation 21:27. You could look up that. Revelation 21, verse 8. You could look up that. Deuteronomy 18:10. You could look up that. I mean, I don't got to expose the actual witchcraft. People should already know that witchcraft is wrong and bad. But I will expose those people that ha ha ha, ki, it's all funny. And it's just a joke. No. Everybody knows that Jay-Z's a Freemason, but nobody knows that Tom Brady is a Freemason or into witchcraft or is demonic. Tom Brady is just as demonic as Jay-Z. But everybody wants to say this, that, this, that. Wake up. God is not pleased with this stuff. He's not pleased with us picking and choosing. He's not pleased with it. And I'm here to wake it up. I'm here to shake it up. I'm here to shake up this whole community of Christians, right? That only go with their opinion and their way, but just don't go the Bible way. The devil loves that you love sports or that you love whatever it is that y'all into. He loves the fact that you turn a blind eye towards this. He would hate for a whole bunch of Christians and pastors to expose the NFL and the NBA. And he would hate it. He would hate it if y'all did that. Now, we're gonna get legalistic and we're gonna say, well, shut it down, shut it this and that. No, we're not gonna say that, but I'm gonna give you ways on how I would watch it and how I would go about doing these things now. That's what I'm gonna give you. If it gets too much, that's what I'm gonna do. If you don't have no conviction about it, then you gotta take a step back and ask yourself, what's your walk with God? So those are my thoughts. Thank you guys. Godcast, like, share, subscribe. It's real as it gets. It's 101. It's from the Heavenly Father himself, Holy Spirit, doing a work in me to go ahead and revolutionize this whole thing. Amen. I'm out.